Hey, what's going on guys? Butterbar here, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Apex Legends. So, I was at the fire station yesterday, however, there was a lot of news coming out about the issue of hitboxes in Apex Legends. Now, we're going to actually talk about this issue, we're going to talk about what's going on in Apex Legends when it comes to hitboxes on the different characters, and also I want to go over some of my opinions on what could possibly be done as a balancing type of situation for some of these characters. I know some of these characters are highly picked more than others, some of them are because of the ability. However, now that we have some of this information, some of the hitboxes on some of these characters that people mostly pick, my goodness, they have a total advantage in some of the engagements that you get in this game for a BR that's very competitive. Man, having the best hitbox in the game, or having the least exposed amount of area that people can shoot, man, you have a humongous advantage in this game. So we'll get into that. There's actually an article done by Dexetro. God, I really hope I'm not pronouncing that wrong. I apologize if I am. However, they did a article over a actual YouTube video done by SookieSpy. I really hope, again, with these two things, I really hope I'm not mispronouncing. I'll actually put the article as well as the YouTube video in the description below. So if you guys want to check out the article as well as the YouTube video is actually very well done. It's really nice to actually go over some of the hitboxes of different characters. Like, oh my god, I had no idea that is a thing in this game. So in the YouTube video, Spy goes over the different hitboxes for each of the characters, and seeing that Wraith has literally the smallest hitbox in the game, going all throughout the characters, and having Gibraltar, the biggest character by far in the Apex game, having the largest hitbox in Apex Legends. It's funny too, actually on Twitter, and I'll post this as well, somebody actually took in the percentage and how many square centimeters that you actually have in the game, where, you know, this is how much of the hitbox that you cover as a character. Wraith, again, has the smallest hitbox. I think it's just about maybe 32 centimeters, square centimeters of her body's exposed. 33 square centimeters. And then going all the way to Gibraltar, that's a whopping 79, which is 140% increase of a hitbox for that character. So to me, really, again, I'm having a lot of fun in this game. I really do think that Respawn did a fantastic job. I think I pretty much said that in every single video I've ever done, is that, again, I'm having a great time playing this game. However, there are things in this game that I definitely am seeing that players not only have, you know, disagreements with, people that are finding different things out in this game. I mean, I know my buddy Wild finds different exploits in the game that he lets Respawn know, hey, I found this in the game, it'd be nice to have this fixed, and I imagine Respawn is doing a good job at being able to find different things that are in the game that are wrong, that they're trying to correct. And this is one thing that I really do want to know, is I want to know what Respawn has in store for being able to fix some of the hitboxes, or fixing some of the abilities in this game to where characters are a little bit more balanced out. I know, at least when I went to go play this at Respawn, when I got invited out to play test this and try it out, I did sense that some characters were a lot better than others. I did sense that some characters got picked more than others. Bloodhound, at least in my opinion, when I first got to play this game, was one of those high tier characters that I'm like, you know what, Bloodhound is really good at being able to track characters. It's definitely one of those high tier characters where I want to select Bloodhound, because there's so many different aspects in this game where I definitely see an advantage of picking Bloodhound. So far, at least right now, since the release of the game, Bloodhound has been tempered down just a little bit. The ability is not as powerful as it was when I played the game for the very first time. However, at least in this game, we are seeing that not only do hitboxes play a very good, you know, selection of different characters, you're going to be seeing a lot more characters with the smaller hitboxes picked, which again is another tactic in that game, because if you play a character that has a smaller hitbox, you have a bigger chance of being able to survive a fight. Here's another one where I'm actually fighting a Wraith, thinking I'm getting a lot of hits on him, but not so much because of that small hitbox. I'm not getting my rounds to hit the target because of how small that actually is. So in the game so far, at least from what we're seeing, the top tier characters in the Legends that are getting picked right now is Wraith at number 1 because of the smallest hitbox, as well as her different abilities by going into phase and being able to phase throughout the dimensions and not take any damage from either the circle or weapons. However, you can see that little trail that she actually leaves behind when she phases, and then also her portal is really handy. Then you have Bangalore, which again is one of those top tier characters characters to pick because, again, a smaller hitbox than the other characters, as well as being able to run faster when you're getting shot at. You're able to run a lot quicker than some of the other characters in this game, and I am mad. Like, I'm telling you right now, I'm really impressed to see how fast Bangalore can run in some of the engagements. I'm like, good lord, there's no way I'm going to be able to keep up with that. Smoke is really good. Her carpet bomb being able to stun and deal damage is really good. And then you have Bloodhound, which is the third top tier character that you see a lot of people running. I mean, hell, you can jump into streams and see people running Wraith, Bloodhound, and Bangalore, and it's just amazing to see that that is the list. Those are the three characters that have the smallest hitboxes as well as have the most powerful abilities in the game. Bloodhound being able to track people, see through walls for a moment of time, and also being able to move a lot quicker when she actually goes into her special ability. Now, as we're going through the different things, as Spy did, you can see the different layers of what people, what their hitboxes are. Caustic being one of those that's really high up. Pathfinder having another high hitbox, as well as Gibraltar being the last one that has the largest hitbox in the game. So, my thing, I'm trying to figure out what would be a great thing for this to be fixed. What would be the great thing to actually be able to, hey, you know what? Because they have a hitbox that's really big and it's larger than other characters in the game, here's a way to be able to fix that overall. Because I really don't think, if you actually look at all the characters, they all have a different type of body size, different type of attributes and equipment on their gear. There's no way in the world that you would be able to get a overall and normalized hitbox on it, because again, you could be shooting at the shoulders of Gibraltar and thinking you're getting a hit, because if you actually normalized everything off of Wraith, then you'd be just shooting at the target and not getting a hit, and you had to actually aim in closer into Gibraltar. So I don't think you can actually normalize what the hitbox is across all characters. However, I think what you can do is actually make up some of the abilities to be a lot more powerful and a lot more useful in this game, to be able to balance out what characters are being picked and what characters are not being picked. I will tell you right now, Caustic is definitely one of those characters that I kind of stay away from. I don't really choose. Gibraltar is actually kind of the same way. I don't really choose Gibraltar very much. I'm that Mirage main, and it's funny to know that Mirage is actually literally smack dab in the middle of all the characters. He doesn't have that big of a hitbox. He doesn't have that small of a hitbox. However, I really would love to see some improvements in his abilities. So let's get into, Pathfinder. I would love to see Pathfinder, because he has the third highest hitbox in the game. I would love to see, at least for his ability, I would love to see it being increased to how often he can use it. It's actually, for his grappling ability, you can use it quite often in this game. I don't know if it would actually help the character at all because of the hitbox size for Pathfinder, being able to increase the grapple speed to being able to use it. However, if that was one of the things to be able to balance out and make him a more useful character because of the hitbox, there you go. That's at least one change that you can do to a character that has a large size hitbox. When it comes to Caustic, because he's the second highest hitbox, the largest hitbox in the game, I really would make those Caustic traps a lot more deadly. I will tell you right now, I think it is funny to watch some videos on YouTube where you can watch them and see people getting trapped in rooms and getting killed by the Caustic gas. I really do think that is really funny. However, there are some downsides to the Caustic gas, because your teammates can't see through them. You can only see the enemies that go through the gas, but once they get out of the gas, you can't see them very well as Caustic. So again, I really would love to see some improvements in Caustic, being able to make the lethality of these traps a little bit more higher, being able to see them after they run through the gas for a certain amount of time, and also too allowing your teammates to actually look through the gas as well. Again, I don't know how that would balance that out with the game, because I really do think, at least for right now, the game's pretty balanced out. I want to see some changes, however, with Caustic, because I feel like, again, large hitbox, and again, I don't think his abilities do that much damage to enemy teams where they want to just completely stay away from the character. Now with Gibraltar, again is the largest. He's the #1 largest hitbox in the game, and the only abilities he has is he has that passive ability where he has a shield in front of him, where he's being able to protect himself for a certain amount of damage in the game. He has his artillery strike as well as his dome shield in the game to protect players from incoming damage. And to me, I really don't think the shield, at least in front of Gibraltar, does enough protection for the character, for how large he is and for how much damage that shield can take before it gets busted. I don't think it's enough. I really would love to see that shield actually increase in how much damage that shield can actually hold up to when getting engagements. If he has a really large hitbox, he needs a lot more protection. The downside of that shield, at least for right now, it does look like that shield is right in front of your face when you actually pop up. However, if you look at the character while you are shooting at a Gibraltar and he has the shield up, the shield is nowhere covering his face. It might be covering his chin more than anything, you know, from like chin to like belly button, and that is about it. So I would love to see maybe an increase to, not the size of the shield, however, I would love to see how much damage it can actually absorb for Gibraltar because of how big he is. So again, I think there's a lot of different things that can make Apex a lot better. I'm really enjoying the game. I think Respawn did a fantastic job. However, when it comes to hitboxes, I would love to know from you guys, what do you guys think about the hitboxes? What do you guys think about different changes that you could do to this game to make, you know, some of the characters a lot more balanced, and seeing other characters getting picked besides Wraith, Bangalore, as well as Bloodhound. We also have other characters coming up in the Battle Pass, so that's one thing that we'll be having to observe between hitboxes for those new characters as well as their abilities. But guys, let me know in the comments below. Again, thank you for your time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Love you guys. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you guys next time.